Okay. We're live, baby. We're live. You are live, tells me YouTube right now. What up, guys? Welcome back to another GBFC live. The vid, well, there's no vid. There is a vid. There is a preview live on the channel for the game where I build my team and all of that stuff. But this is just going to be like a new segment where I go live and just talk about what's going on match days. Let's see where we're at. Welcome to the stream if you're just arriving now. Mr. Graham Barker, welcome to the stream. Here we go. We're in. Couple of hundred people in there already. Have I seen the new training video? I've just literally, it's so funny you say that. It's I've literally just put it on now. I didn't put it on. I've just seen that they uploaded one. But yeah, welcome back to another live stream. Yes, guys, we'll do the proper intro. Gonna chat a bit of Chelsea tonight. I've messaged a couple of guys to see if they fancy jumping in to have a little chat. And there is an early $10 donation that's come in from Jorge. Love seeing you live. What is my prediction for today's game? Well, I did do my prediction in the preview for the game. But for those of you that haven't seen the preview, I advise you to go watch it. But my prediction tonight is 4-2 Chelsea. I think there's going to be goals in this game just because I think Chelsea are going to be so up for this game. And I think even if Fulham are a good side, they're ahead of us in the Premier League table. I do believe that Chelsea get the win. I think Enzo starts. I don't see how Enzo can't start. So it is what it is. We're going for it. But yeah, welcome to the live stream. If you're in here, be sure to hit the like button on the stream. Helps it get out there to more Chelsea fans. And I've got a no spam policy, guys. So if you start spamming, you get your channel name hidden in the comments forever. So it is what it is. Oh, what time is the lineup? The lineup usually drops an hour before kickoff. Tonight is going to be such a long night for me, guys. Such a long night because, unfortunately, the game kicks off at 4 a.m. my time. My girlfriend's currently at work. It is currently almost midnight. So if I get any sleep, it's going to be like 2 hours maximum. But I will be doing 6 things we learned straight after the game. There is absolutely no stopping GBFC, which is me and us. There's no stopping us now. We've got signings. We've had deadline day. We've got everything we could possibly have asked for and more on the way at the end of the season. So yeah, we are on the hunt. Oh my word, the preview is doing so good. It's currently the 3rd best performing video of my last 10 with 40,000 views in 6 hours and 40 minutes. That is brilliant. Thank you very much to all of you who have watched the match preview. Big up Benson, says London Blues Park. Cheers, geez. Appreciate that, mate. Let me just quickly tweet the live stream. And it's live. And let me get the picture as well. Get a Stella down here. I don't really like Stella, to be honest. Can you buy memberships? I need to set up memberships. Like, if you guys have got any ideas as to what you would actually want if you were to become a member of GBFC, then let me know. Obviously, I know they do stuff like you get stickers next to your name, but like, I don't know how many people actually care about that stuff. If I'm being honest, I wouldn't pay membership for someone just to get stickers. But if you guys want me to get memberships sorted for the channel, I can do it. I just don't want to, I don't like the idea of just rinsing people because I can make money from doing it. Doesn't make sense to me. will be aiming to release immediately. Alright, there's over 550 people. I've literally just got back from playing tennis. So if I keep sweating, it's because it is bloody hot. Playing tennis in like 30 degrees, 100% humidity at 10 o'clock at night is nuts. What is my preferred pivot? I do think we're going to see a pivot of Enzo and also Enzo and Gallagher, I think, tonight. Or maybe you could see like Mount a bit deeper, because I think Connor is a bit more effective when he's kind of just running around a bit more with a bit more free reign. I'm going to message Eunice because he said he might be free to jump on a call. I'm live, bro. If you fancy a chilled... Oh, it said, if you fancy a chuckle. Who says that? If you fancy a chilled chat. Okay. Watch along. I'm not going to be able to do watch alongs for a while, unfortunately. There'll be a watch along next week against West Ham because it's an early kickoff. But I live with my girlfriend. We've only really got one room, and the rest is a shared house. So I can't do watch alongs when the games are at 4 AM because she's sleeping. And she works as well. So it's kind of difficult for me to do a watch along. What about Enzo and Ruben? Enzo and Ruben could work, but because Ruben's just come back from injury, I don't think Ruben's going to start. I think Connor's fit. And I mean, like, I really want to see Conor Gallagher given minutes where possible, you know, because... yeah. Oh, hang on. Sorry, it's just my friend got some cash out of the ATM for me, and he just said he just got a message from the bank saying, welcome to Vietnam. We're not in Vietnam. What was I going to say? Now that Connor has stayed, I really, really want to see him get a chance when we're in a position like we're in now, where not everybody's still fit. I think Connor deserves to play. He really loves Chelsea. I think there is a quality player in there, whether it's going to be at that standard that Chelsea are clearly setting. Obviously, in the summer, we're going to be going for a Declan Rice, maybe, who knows, maybe a Bellingham, but I highly doubt we'll go for Bellingham now. I think Declan Rice is probably more the kind of player. Oh, I love that from London Blues Parks in the chat. Going in with that, get the stream to 300 likes. I know you guys can do it. Like, we got 3,000 likes on the stream on deadline day. That was an unbelievable live stream, by the way. Thoroughly enjoyed that massively. We were live for like 3.5 hours. You guys all showed up. It was good. There's 800 of you in the chat now. This is going to be pretty chilled compared to the frantic nature of the live stream that we did the other day. Tonight we're just going to be chilling. Obviously I've already done the preview to the game, so if you want to watch a more condensed version of my thoughts on tonight's match, then you know that it's live at the moment on the channel. And yeah, I might give some people a call. I'm going to probably message Matisse again, but I'm pretty sure he's going live soon as well. But I know you are live again later. But if you are bored, you know where I am. Do I think we'll make top 4? If I'm being totally honest, I think it's going to be a struggle to get top 4. But I do think we could go very far in the Champions League. I really, really do. I think there's no reason why we can't win it again. When you look at the draw... Hang on, I'm just messaging Jan as well. I would message Nini, but I think he's gone on holiday. So, Matisse straight away. You live now? Yes. Yes, I am. Sir. I'm live if you fancy coming in and chilling. Have I ever been to Denmark? Yes, I have. Went to Copenhagen. Beautiful place. I've messaged Eunice. I've messaged Matisse. I've messaged Jan. Like I said, I would message Nini, but he's on holiday. So, man doesn't need to be chilling in a live stream. If he's chilling in Mexico on holiday. I mean, if I was in Mexico on holiday, I'm not joining anyone else's live. Straight up. Simple as that. Is what it is. Where is that picture I just downloaded? Alright, Matisse is going to join at some point, so we'll definitely have at least somebody joining. So, if you've got nothing else to do on your Friday afternoon, buckle in. We're just going to be here chatting. Are we doing possible or best lineup? I think we got to be realistic, you know. Like, I think the best lineup certainly does see Reece James and Ben Chilwell come back into the team. But I think because of the fact that Potter said in his press conference that they're both not ready to play the full game, I don't think Reece James starts. Or maybe Graham Potter starts him because of the banners that we're going to have. Thank you very much, Nomad, for the donation. How are you possibly getting top 4? Have you not seen the madness that Chelsea have done in the transfer window? How can you not believe we're not getting top 4? Thank you, Ben, for the donation as well. And telling everyone to smash the like button. What a top guy. After the 60th minute, I think we got to be careful in this game because there's absolutely nothing other than victories now that Chelsea need. We have to win every single game. If we're going to win top 4, if we're going to get top 4, there's absolutely no way Chelsea can't go out there and win every single match. That's the only way it's going to work. We probably don't need to win every game, but we need to win 80% of matches in this second half of the season to get top 4. Period. I don't think United are going to drop enough points. Newcastle, they're going to grind stuff out. Spurs will win quite a lot of games. They'll probably lose a few as well, but I still think they'll win a few. So yeah. Do I understand the levels? Mudryk and Madueke. I don't think Madueke starts. I think Sterling starts tonight. I know that Sterling's not fully fit as well, but I think it can't really be a case of Graham Potter's got to make a balance between players are fit enough to be in the squad, so therefore they can play. But if you put them all in at the beginning, you've got that risk of immediate injuries. Or, if Chelsea aren't winning the game with half an hour left, can you trust the fitness of players that have only just come back after a while on the sidelines to be able to change the game for us? I guess we can. But my biggest concern is Reece and Chilwell getting injured again. It would be an absolute tragedy if we get these two guys fit again. We're about to hit over 1,000 concurrent viewers, so welcome to the stream. For those of you that are new, if you're not yet subscribed to GBFC, get on it. Eunice is busy, guys, I'm afraid. So he's not going to be able to make it, but Top G responded. Easy, bro. No worries. Have a good one. Enjoy the game. Okay, I think Jan's in the pub. So Jan's not going to be joining, but Matisse will be joining soon. For those of you that want me to have the little chatty. Wouldn't I start Reece and take him off later because of fatigue? I don't think it's fatigue that's going to be the problem. If Reece James is fit, I don't think he's necessarily going to have fatigue as the issue. It's the reoccurrence of injuries. And obviously Fulham are going to be right up for it at the beginning of the game. And I'm just so worried. Like, I'm going to be watching the game. Obviously tonight we're going to be gassed. We've got so many players to look forward to watching. If Enzo starts, which I think he has to because of the injuries and the Jorginho sale, I think Enzo's got to start. So we got so much to look forward to. Start Chalobah right back. Yes, I did say in my preview I would have Chalobah right back. Lewis Hall in the middle. To be fair, like, to ask Lewis Hall, Fulham are very good. They're quite combative in midfield. I think to ask Lewis Hall to play alongside someone who doesn't speak any English is quite a big one. And I think we've also got to remember that. I know that obviously Connor is a bit older. He's got a bit more experience. So I'd start Connor over Lewis Hall. I don't think Lewis Hall plays today. Aren't I worried it will take time to gel? Yeah, I was thinking of doing a video about this because I think that is, as well as the optimism and the excitement that we have right now as Chelsea fans, I think it's also important to remember that there is a lot of players that we're trying to integrate in one go here. And gelling, and the players being, what's the words? The players understanding one another. I've just seen someone just said football is a language. Absolutely it is. And that's probably the phrase that I needed. So thank you for that. Yeah, that there is a language barrier between Enzo and probably the rest of the team right now. But the language of football is something that Chelsea need to understand. So, yeah. What do we think about Kane Chukwuemeka, though? Like, people have been saying that Chukwuemeka deserves to start over Mount, but I think moving forward, I think Graham Potter will want to try and get Mason Mount integrated in there because, yes, he's out of form, but I still think there's a big part that Mason Mount plays in this season for Chelsea. I really do. Chemistry. João Felix is banned, yes. I'm going to post a poll to see what you guys have to say about this. Who should start tonight out of... Okay, guys, I'm putting a poll live for you lot now. Kane Chukwuemeka or Mason Mount? Let me know what you think. Or do Chelsea go with a 4-3-3? I'm seeing people say Chukwuemeka, Mount, Enzo. And I'm guessing then we've got a front three of either Madueke, Havertz, Mudryk, or Mudryk, Havertz, Sterling. I don't know. Or do we put Sterling in the middle? I don't know. I think Havertz has got to be up front. I think Chelsea are going to try, between now and the end of the season, to get the best out of Kai Havertz. Whether that is to command a higher fee to sell, or whether it is to get the best out of a player that we really thought was going to be the next big thing for Chelsea Football Club. I'm seeing some comments now from Thiago Silva. A fresh start. We're going to have to talk a lot. We're going to have to say that the season is starting again now. I like that from Thiago. I do like that. We can't make the mistake we made in the first half of the season. We need to start this comeback in a positive way. I hope we start with the right foot, as we usually say, and finish the season in a dignified way where Chelsea deserves to be, which is in the top four, fighting for the title. We know that the title is very far away, but the top four is important for us to finish the season, and we have the Champions League as well. That is the mentality of an absolute Class A winner. Thiago Silva knows exactly what is needed from Chelsea, and the goal has got to be that we finish in the top four. I know that if we don't attain it, we can't really be too heavy on ourselves, but results have got to absolutely increase massively. The overall return of points in the second half of the season needs to significantly jump to what we've been used to in the first half of the season. I've just seen someone say, thoughts on this? I don't know what this is. You've not asked me a question. You've just said thoughts on this, but I don't know what this is. Imagine the feeling around the club if we come back and finish top four. I think the momentum that Chelsea would feel from finishing top four would absolutely set us up for a title challenge next season. Naval Nation, thank you for the donation. Would you start or rest Fernandez so he has enough time to relax and at full energy for next week on 50-50? Enzo, for me, is the kind of player who's going to want to just get in there, get dogged straight away and get used to the Premier League. I don't think it's a case of, yes, he's just arrived. It's not like he's come all the way from Argentina. We're not talking about jet lag. It's not like we've got a time difference to worry about. It's just Portugal. They came in on the private jet. I think he probably got there probably the night that he signed or whatever. So I don't think it's a case of giving him time to relax and get used to things. I think for Enzo, it is certainly going to be a case of throw him in there and let's just watch this baller ball out for Chelsea Football Club. I really do think that he's got the mentality, the mindset to walk straight into this team. Thank you for the donation. Felix, Mudryk and Enzo Fernandez. Guys, we've got some news. Felix, Mudryk and Enzo are the players that have been put into the Champions League squad. I don't think there is much of a surprise in this, if I'm honest. I really did think it was going to be those three. Badiashile is the man, I think, very unfortunate to miss out. But again, we've only seen him for 2 games. He will definitely start today. I do not see Koulibaly in the starting 11. Maybe we see Potter go with a back 3. But I really think we will see a back 4. I think progressively Chelsea now need to start playing with a formation, either a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3. Yeah. What was it like integrating to Bali? I've been here for 6 years, basically. 6 years ago, I came here for the first time. And since then, I've just been making more and more friends and feel very comfortable with living here. Finish 5th and win the Champions League. How good would it be if we managed to stop Tottenham again? Or I don't know if that rule exists anymore. Like, if we win the Champions League, we get in it. Wait, no. What would be the way that we could stop Tottenham from getting the Champions League? Where would you pick if you were Bellingham? I've just seen like a sports page have just given a poll and they put Newcastle in it ahead of Chelsea. Does Enzo receive his work permit? I think he's got until 4 PM, which is now. Like, Enzo Fernandez should now know if he's got his work permit. Aubameyang's been deregistered from the Champions League, apparently. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, a man who was brought in to solve Chelsea's striker issue at the beginning of the season, has been deregistered. That just shows how out of favour Aubameyang is at the club. Apparently, the work permit has been approved. Amazing. So Enzo Fernandez is ready to play today for Chelsea. I'm buzzing about this. Hit the like button on the stream if you're buzzing about this too. Mount has the flexibility, and the poll is so close right now. There are 632 votes. I'm going to leave it running for a bit longer. Make sure you vote in the poll. Chukwuemeka or Mason Mount. It's so close. Mason Mount currently just in the lead by a nose, as they say in the horses. I also think I'm happy with some of these decisions at the minute. Like, you know, sometimes when a manager or just someone at Chelsea makes a decision, and as fans, we're all like, I think everyone agrees with the 3 players that have been registered in the squad. What do you guys think about Aubameyang? What do you guys think about him being deregistered? I've just seen someone in the chat also say they didn't see him in the Chelsea Unseen video. I wouldn't be surprised if Aubameyang is just kind of just being shut out right now, to be honest, because he's not really done anything. Let's be real. He had that very good game against Palace. But other than that, like, what has he done? I'm seeing people say he's a waste man. You know, anyone who's still a Chelsea player, I'll back them. But it's frustrating. Mega frustrating. Auba brings good vibes. Yeah, but he also brings bad vibes when he's not happy. That's what he did at Arsenal. I really want to watch that Unseen video. Let me check. This probably got so many views as well. Like, a lot of the Chelsea videos on their channel don't actually get that many views, but we're currently sat with that one at 77k in 2 hours. That one's killing it. Okay, I'm going to watch it in the background, so I'll just react to it. You guys can't see it, and I'm not allowed to post it. Otherwise, I'll get banned. I'll get banned. Here we go. He's mowing the lawn. Presented by Trivago. Thiago Silva's the first man in there on the 30th of January. So obviously there's no Enzo Fernandez by this point. Let me get the chat in a different window. Okay, it doesn't work. I can't do that. Okay, I'm going to watch this later when I've actually can focus and concentrate on it, because I really do want to see it. 1,500 of you in the stream. That is amazing. Next week, guys, is going to be a massive stream for the West Ham game. I'm going to try and go live like an hour and a half before kickoff. I want to make that a massive one. The first watch along in I don't know how long. I cannot wait. And then I think it's going to be hard to do watch-alongs for most of the games because of sleeping arrangements. Ziyech and Pulisic remain in. Okay. So Graham Potter's made some interesting comments that I want to get you guys' opinion on here, because he's made comments about the way that the Premier League has been won in recent years. Graham Potter has come out and said that we try to address the goal scoring problem in terms of helping the team attack better. You can zoom into one position, but teams in the past 4 or 5 years have won the Premier League without a recognised centre forward. It's better for the team to attack, better to play, is to attack better, to play better, to create more chances, to be more dangerous in attack. That's the best way to solve the problem of not scoring enough goals. So what we're seeing there is Graham Potter doesn't believe that Chelsea need a recognised striker, which is very interesting because we've heard of also a lot of talks that we will be looking for a striker in the summer window. What do we think about that? You haven't watched a Graham Potter press conference since his appointment. Why? Like, they're interesting. I absolutely love watching the press conferences. It gives us such a good insight into the psychological side of our manager. Gives us a bit of a lowdown as to what to expect from the coming game. What striker do we go for? I mean, that is such a great question as well. Because there are options, but it depends what Chelsea think we need. And from what we're seeing here from Potter, it's a topic for a video, to be fair. It is a topic for a video. I'm going to end this poll in a second. We've nearly been on it for 10 minutes. 54% of you, out of nearly 1,000, have said that Mason Mount should start over Carney Chukwuemeka. I'm going to end that one now. The thing is, I would love Victor Osimhen at Chelsea, but I don't know. Like, it's tough. It is tough to know what the best thing for it would be. We've just bought Fofana. Christopher Nkunku can play as a striker, prefers to play off the left, but Mudryk's off the left. So, will Nkunku play there? Will we see a fluid front line? I've seen a lot of people saying Vlahovic. I think Vlahovic will 100% leave. Harry Kane is another name I've seen. Mbappe in the summer. For some reason, I do think there's going to be a major twist and a major turn from Todd Boehly. I do think we're gonna do something nuts in terms of a player. I do think that there is serious potential that we might just sign a massive name. I said yesterday Karim Benzema. And I stand by that. I've seen a lot of comments on that video from yesterday saying that it's a bit of a ridiculous shout. I don't think it's a ridiculous shout. I personally think it's a good shout. But hence why I made the shout. Of course, I'm not going to give a bad shout if I don't actually believe it. But yeah, I think Chelsea need a bit of experience. Harry Kane is another option. And I think Todd Boehly would absolutely just love to go out there and somehow get Harry Kane off Spurs. But Benzema's also a free agent. It saves money for a goalkeeper that apparently we want. We also want to splash out big. Like, is there a world where Chelsea go for Jude Bellingham because we sign a striker for free? Like, I don't know. We're saying we could spend another 300 million if we get Mbappe. Bloody hell. But I do think João Felix will also sign on a permanent. So, like, there's only so many of these players that Chelsea can actually get. Enzo and Kante win. Honestly, if we can get Kante back fit as quickly as possible, then Chelsea are winning the Champions League. I honestly believe we will. I think we beat Borussia Dortmund. I think we'll win against Dortmund on aggregate 4-2. I think we'll win both games 2-1. Lukaku deserves a chance. Finley, mate. I wish I could agree with you. I just don't agree with you whatsoever. I do not think Romelu Lukaku deserves another shot at Chelsea Football Club. I really don't. I just think the damage has been done. Like, and if you look at the way he's been ever since that interview, just everywhere. Inter Milan, no. Belgium, no. Chelsea, no. Who has the highest ceiling of all the new signings? You've got to say Enzo, really. I mean, at the moment, yeah, he's a world champion already, so I guess you could say he's kind of already bouncing off the roof, to use that phrase about ceilings. But you can also say that at such a young age as well, and if you look at, I saw an incredible thread, I can't remember who it was who posted it now at first, a brilliant thread about how Enzo Fernandez has moved so quickly in his rise to being where he is now. You know, it's not, a lot of people can question the price tag and say, well, 100 million plus, 106 million pounds or whatever it is for a player of 22 years old is ludicrous. people are always going to come up with that argument. It's like with anything new in life. You know, we've got to get used to the fact now that the Premier League have significantly more money than anybody else. Chelsea have significantly more money available than every other team in Europe right now. So therefore, when the best players are available, that is what you have to pay for them. So don't get carried away and say we'll win the Champions League. Listen, I am a football fan who's highly optimistic. And when I look at our squad now, think about it, right? PSG are playing Bayern Munich. Mbappe's out the first leg. I think Chelsea match up better against Bayern. And I think Bayern will beat PSG because Mbappe's out. Then you've got Liverpool against Real Madrid. Liverpool could do a madness against Real Madrid, potentially. But I also don't think Real Madrid are as good as they were last year. I think Napoli are a seriously dangerous team, but I think Chelsea could beat Napoli. The biggest concern is Manchester City. Manchester City are still they're the favourites, in my opinion. Obviously, with PSG, you've still got the Messi issue. You've still got the Neymar issue. There's another person banned for spamming. But Mbappe is injured. He will miss the first leg against Bayern Munich. I'm too optimistic. All right, cool. Shoot me down, but trust me, my way is far more enjoyable than the pessimistic way. I promise you, it really is. 1,600 of you in the stream. Welcome if you've just joined. We're going to be live probably for at least another 45 minutes or so. Wanted to get on here and have a little chat with you guys. Interact. Do I do YouTube full time? Yes, I do. I've been making YouTube videos for 12 years. That's absolutely crazy. I'm only 28 years old. Or this is my 12th year. So like 11 full years. Lukaku to Napoli, Osimhen to Chelsea. Now that is actually a very feasible suggestion there. I like that from Henry. I'm actually shocked that Aubameyang's been taken out the squad. I really am shocked. We should trade Felix for Lukaku. I mean, yeah. But, I mean, Chelsea are already potentially in negotiation. Would Napoli want Lukaku? Like, if you're a Napoli fan right now and you've got Victor Osimhen, arguably one of the most up-and-coming strikers in the world, and then all of a sudden Chelsea are just like, you know what? We really want your guy because we've got loads of money and we're super rich. But you can have our want-away striker, Romelu Lukaku. Like, what could we feasibly get this deal done for? Like, it would have to be like Lukaku plus 50, 60 million, surely. Like, what is Lukaku worth? Let me ask the question. Let's do a poll. What is Lukaku worth now? Ask the poll. Ask a question. Bang. Let's add a few options in. Okay. 10. 25 mil. Euro. 26 to 40 mil euro. 41 to 60 mil euro. 60 mil euro plus. Okay, guys, let me know by answering the poll. What can Chelsea get for Romelu Lukaku? Thank you very much again to Naval Nation for the £5 donation. If anything, we release him without saying anything to Rom, passing it on to his agent while he's playing in Milan. Personally, I'd be harsh. To be fair, I genuinely do believe that there's no point in being nice to this guy. Like, this guy, Romelu Lukaku, has clearly made it clear that he doesn't want to be at Chelsea. And I think at this point, one sec, let me just message my girlfriend back. I think at this point, like, Chelsea don't owe him respect. There's absolutely no need for Chelsea to be respectful to Lukaku, but we will try to be, I guess, probably. Just because. Let me see what this poll is saying. The majority of you are just like, this guy's a waste man. Like, he's washed. 10 to 25 million, 29% of you. Obviously, he's not going to be less than 10 million, so I didn't even give the option. 26 to 40 million. I'm seeing a lot of people say 30 million. So, Yeah, like, what's a fair thing to offer Napoli? Like, we're coming up here with some wonderful ideas, guys. I rate this. Maybe 40 million. Chelsea could go in for like 50 million plus Lukaku. That would just be insane. Thank you for the donation. Tristan, Subtitles Football, big fan. Who's your favourite signing? Mine has got to be Enzo. I'm sorry. Like, I'm buzzed. I'm buzzed that we got Mudryk as well. I think João Felix could also be very good. At first, I was a bit like, I don't know. But Enzo's just the man. Like, I was watching all of Argentina's games in the World Cup. I didn't miss a single Argentina game. I thought he was absolutely brilliant. The first one he didn't play in. They got beat by Saudi Arabia. All of a sudden, second game, Argentina, totally different gravy. And Enzo Fernandez was the man they brought in, and he made all of the difference. What if Enzo Fernandez flops? With every single player that Chelsea sign or any club sign, there's always the possibility that they may flop. But I think with Enzo, I think he's got too much ability, and I think the attitude and mentality is just too good already for this guy to fail. And he's absolutely everything that Chelsea need. So I don't see how it can fail. People saying 65 million and Lukaku. Lukaku's worth 25 million. Enzo. I thought my chant was good, to be fair, but everyone was like, oh, you copied Arsenal. I did copy the Arsenal chant for Saka and Emil Smith-Rowe, but I like it. I'll tell you what, I'll pin it. I'll get it. Let me know what you think of this chant, and if you haven't heard the song, then I advise you guys to flip. Hang on. I can't. I haven't got Twitter on there. Let me go. Twitter.com/Mr. George Benson. And I'll just copy and paste it. I honestly think this is such a good song. And I tweeted it so late, so not very many people saw it. It got quite a few retweets. But I don't know. Some of the songs I've heard people go for Enzo Fernandez are flipping awful. Like, do people actually sometimes, when they're coming up with chants for Chelsea players, do people actually consider that, you know, it doesn't actually sound right? So this is my chant that I've come up with. Let me type it in to the chat. I'll pin the comment so you can see it. Pin message. Okay, so you guys can see it now. It's from a Status Quo song. I like it, I like it, I like it. I like it, I like. Alright. Noni, Gusto, and Enzo. It just rings, doesn't it? Like, it pops off, mate. Come at me. I want to hear it. I'm retweeting it now as well, just because I think it's good. We need an individual chant for him. I agree. I think every player needs an individual chant, but the problem with Chelsea's songs, right, is that they're too short. Like, we don't have enough songs that actually keep going. Like, the Willian song was fantastic because we actually had, like, there's a few seconds in there. But, like, Chelsea, that's quality. That gets given, like, stick and shit, but it's actually so good. The ship from Spurs, they bought his flight, but Will.i.am, he saw the light. He got the call from Abramovich, and off he went to Stamford Bridge. He hates Tottenham, he hates Tottenham, he hates Tottenham, and he hates Tottenham. It's just such a good song. The UEFA Champions League squad is out. Yes, we've already spoken about this here on GBFC. Mudryk, Enzo, and João Felix have entered the squad. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has been omitted. Going to end the poll now about Lukaku. Majority of you genuinely don't think we're going to get anything less. anything more than 40 million euros for the bloke, which is a shame. But I think you guys are probably right. Wow. Okay, so Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Apparently Chelsea are trying to force Aubameyang out of the club. This is actually big news, guys. Matt Laws reported this. Someone said, put the vape down, get a cigar. Oh, dear. Thank you for the donation. Yeah, Matt Laws reporting this. Matt Law is a very reputable Chelsea journalist. And apparently Chelsea are trying to force him out of the club. I mean, at this point in time, it wouldn't be the first time that we have heard that maybe Aubameyang is being a bit of a problem. To be honest, like, he doesn't do anything when he's on the field. Like, he's washed up. Like, he's done. He's finished. Like, I don't understand what the club were thinking when we went for him in the summer. Like, maybe we knew that, you know, in that... well, I don't know. Like, I genuinely don't know what to say. Like, I don't know why we've gone for him. What do we think? I'm seeing people say Aubameyang rarely touches the ball. I totally agree with you. Like, he doesn't do anything. Like, I don't want him anywhere near the pitch. He can barely backflip. Well, I mean, that's not why we got him. Just gonna ban someone else from the channel for spamming. Like, get out of here, bro. We don't need your ass. A double pivot of Enzo and Kante in the Champions League final. I mean, let's be real here. You know, Aubameyang thinks he's a Champions League player, and he's been omitted from the squad. You know, all we had to do is just get rid of one, and Aubameyang is the one who's gone. It shows me that this guy is totally done at Chelsea Football Club. He really is. Like, what else can he do? Like, and if he's the one player that's been omitted from the squad, then surely now we can't expect like any kind of form. He's not going to want to come on. Like, is he ever going to come on? Most of the time you forget he's even on the pitch. Yeah, me too. Like, he doesn't do anything. Aubameyang is done. I mean, at the end of the day, if Aubameyang is done at Chelsea, then we will need to get a striker. There is a star man playing on the right. His name's Noni Madueke, and he's fucking dynamite. That's good. I like that. It's the same one we've got for Hakim Ziyech. But obviously, he's probably not going to be running down the right for Chelsea that much longer anyway. I like that. Sad that I'm more interested in his boot selection than his play. To be fair, like, Aubameyang's the kind of guy that you'd like watch like a complex video of him going shopping for shoes. Like, that would be interesting. Far more interesting than watching him on the pitch for Chelsea, to be fair. Felix striker, Havertz is a 10 behind him, Mudryk on the left, Noni on the right. Yep, I think we could see this. Thoughts on Ivan Toney? Ivan Toney, I absolutely love him. I think he's a brilliant footballer. And I think Chelsea should be interested in him. Thank you, Badir, for the donation. Real talk, what are our chances to make top 4 this season? How much time will it take to start challenging for the title? I think we'll challenge for the league next year. And I think when you look at how much we've spent already and how much we are anticipating still spending in the summer, Chelsea have got to challenge next season. We really do. Like, there's no way we can get away with not challenging for the league if you're spending £600 million in 2 transfer windows. End of story. Thank you, Gio, for the donation. We need to make a supercar sound in a wave from one end of the pitch to another and chant, "Money, Baded, Egbali got us a flipping Rari." I don't know if I'm on the same page as you with like the whole supercar sound thing. Like, I appreciate the creativity, but yeah, it's not really for me. I don't think. But thank you for the donation. Anyway, 25 dirhams from the UAE. We've also got to remember Armando Broja is going to be coming back from injury. I know it's obviously a big injury. Again, ACL, I think it is. So this is the Chelsea Champions League squad. Let me read it out for you now. Kepa, Bettinelli, Mendy is the goalkeepers. Silva, Chalobah, Chilwell, James, Koulibaly, Azpilicueta, Cucurella, Fofana, defenders. Midfield options: Enzo, Kante, Kovacic, Pulisic, Loftus-Cheek, Sterling, Mount, Zakaria, Ziyech, Gallagher, Kane, Chukwuemeka, Felix, Mudryk, Havertz as forwards. Yeah, it's a shame we couldn't just register everyone, isn't it? But I think it's still, if people are fit, it's still more than a good enough team. I think the Chelsea team we have now, this is a debate, and I really want to know you guys' opinion on this. I'm going to make a poll. Are Chelsea stronger now than when we won the Champions League in 2021? Let me change the wording. Is the Chelsea squad? Because I saw Fabrizio Romano talking about this on his stream. And I think we are stronger. I think the players are better now that we have available to us than when we actually won it. I was so surprised that we won it. But like, I genuinely think when you look at the options, like, Mudryk's a better player than Timo Werner. I mean, the one that I think is so difficult to compare is we don't have a Rudiger. And people are saying we had a world-class manager. Time will tell if Graham Potter ever comes into that category. Koulibaly left wing back. No, Koulibaly is not going to play left wing back. Like, that's just never going to happen. Why would you even suggest that? We've got Lewis Hall, Cucurella, and Ben Chilwell. Koulibaly's never playing left wing back. And we've got people coming back from injury. We've got to remember that. Like, we're not getting more injuries now, I hope. Touch wood. My desk is wooden. There is only one Rudiger. Christensen as well was gargantuan in that Champions League run-in. But we do have Thiago Silva. We've been here before. We've done it before. Malo Gusto next season as well. Mudryk's on fire. Your defense is terrified. For whatever reason, that song just gets on my nerves. Like, I don't know why. It's just not for me. You feel like we need Badia Shil in that Champions League team. Yeah, I mean, he would have been the absolute obvious fourth choice if we were allowed. But it's not going to happen. Oh, God, I don't know how I'm going to stay awake for the football tonight. I really don't know how I'm going to do it. I played tennis for an hour and 15 minutes at 10 o'clock. It's cold in my room too. Kai Havertz as a striker. Well, João Felix is registered. Mudryk, Kai and Felix front three. I mean, that for me is a front three that can challenge any team. Will Enzo start tonight? Yes, I said in my match preview, I do believe Enzo Fernandez starts tonight for Chelsea. I think we've not got enough players fit for a start. You know, there's no Kante still. Jorginho's been sold. Kovacic is out. Ruben Loftus-Cheek only just coming back from injury. So we need to start Enzo. Like, we've not brought him in to just be sat waiting for his chance. World-class manager makes a huge difference. Yeah. If Chelsea lose today, will I be surprised? Yes, I would. I wouldn't have been surprised before all of the crazy buzz that we've had around the club. You know, it's been reported as well that despite a lot of players in the squad obviously being a bit worried that having signed so many players, there could be issues with game time for some of them. I think there's been such a buzz around the squad because we can see now everyone that's here who wants to be here is going to see that Chelsea are building something pretty spectacular. Like, we're not signing these players just for fun. We're signing these players to be competing for the highest honours in football year after year after year. They're young players as well. They can all mould together. If players want to be at Chelsea right now, there has never been, in my opinion, a better time to be a Chelsea player. People are saying about Muani. Yep, good player. Very good player. I like him. Imagine Timo in this squad. Again, I think the thing is, right, when you get better players and more of them, everyone's game raises. And that is why I say keep an eye on Raheem Sterling between now and the end of the season. Do not sleep on this guy. I believe that Raheem Sterling is going to turn it up. Who will take penalties? It's been reported that Kai Havertz has been practicing penalties a lot in training. Whether that is just to be seen to be scoring them in training and then hopefully Graham Potter gives him the role, you never know. But I also think it would be good for Havertz to be on pens. Seeing a lot of people. Aubameyang's not even in the squad today, apparently. Wow. This is big, you know. Like, this is actually really, really big news. Because what Graham Potter's doing here is he's laying down the gauntlet. Aubameyang's not been good enough. I would be 95% sure that there is probably something wrong with the attitude and conversations that have been had behind closed doors. And I think this is the right call. I really do think this is the right call. Can João Felix play tonight or not? No. He is still suspended. This is the final game of the suspension. But the crazy thing, right? The crazy thing about Aubameyang being omitted from the squad is that Christian Pulisic will be out injured for both games against Dortmund. So, like, we are keeping Christian Pulisic in the squad, even though he's going to be injured, and removing Aubameyang. And there is a chance, obviously, we don't beat Dortmund, but obviously we're going into it believing that we will. A little harsh. Well, the thing is, it was always going to be harsh on someone. Like, and at the end of the day, I'm sure Graham Potter's going to be asked about this. Graham Potter will be put under pressure to give an answer. I think he'll be diplomatic, but maybe we're seeing a new ruthless side. And you just got to look at it, right? You got to look at the signings we've made in the window, and it's smart. People will go out their way to try and say that Chelsea have not had a good transfer window, but we have bought smart players. We have bought good young talents in positions that we needed. We addressed midfield. We addressed right back. We've addressed the wings. We've addressed creativity. Like, we've addressed every single issue that Chelsea have in the team. We have bought another striker in Fofana. And obviously, like, Fofana wasn't going to get a sniff when you've got players like João Felix and Mudryk who have come in for significant fees. And I also think there would have been conversations perhaps with Atleti saying João Felix needs to be in there. They would want him in the Champions League because, of course, if Chelsea do go far, and João Felix has a big part to play in that, whatever fee Chelsea are paying for him in the summer, if we're led to believe that we will go and sign him, becomes significantly higher when João Felix is playing in Europe's main competition. Mudryk, Nkunku, Felix. That is just frightening. Why are my eyes always bloodshot? Well, I exercise a lot. I just got back from playing an hour and 15 minutes of tennis. It is nearly 1 o'clock in the morning because I don't live in England. And I've got a bright light right in front of my face lighting me up. Are they really bloodshot though? Like, it doesn't look like they're not bloodshot at all. They're just a bit red because I'm tired. Sign Ismaila Sarr. I think Chelsea have just got their eyes on different level of talents, to be honest. And a big computer screen in front of me. Why do I live abroad? Well, why would I want to live somewhere cold when I could live somewhere hot? Look at the cost of living in England right now. It's disgraceful. It is disgusting. That's why. Thank you, Joel, for the donation. Can't we add an extra player then with Auba taken off the UEFA squad? No, you can only register 3 new signings. And the players that were under the age of 21, they have to have been at the club and eligible to be picked by Chelsea for 2 years. So there was a lot of misreporting, including from myself as well. But then again, I always say I'm not a reporter. I don't come up with the facts. I just give my opinions on things. But yeah, Chelsea can only register 3 new players. Potter said there's a possibility of top 4. Look, there's always a possibility of top 4. If it's mathematically possible, you have to believe there's a possibility. And I think the fact that Chelsea Football Club do belong in the Champions League, you can't spend 600 million and be slumbering it in the flipping Conference League or the Europa League. Why was his suspension so long? Because he got a straight red card. Loving these streams, says Felix. Thank you very much, my man. Do I remember Xavier Mbayamba? Yes, I do. He's back in the Netherlands now, I think. I think he's playing for a team. I think they're in the top division, but like, he was supposed to be the next Virgil van Dijk. I don't know what happened to this guy. I think we actually sold him. I don't think he's even on loan. I think he's just genuinely been sold back. Sometimes you make mistakes. Romelu Lukaku, mistake. Aubameyang, mistake. Bring back Tammy. Interesting one. It's kind of been like an up and down season for him. This is the summer, by the way, that Chelsea could buy Tammy Abraham back from Roma. Have a nap. Yeah, I think I'm going to probably pick my girlfriend up in about 50 minutes from her work. So I should be back by about like 2:20, and then I can sleep for about an hour and a half. It's so annoying. I can sleep for an hour and a half, and then I come back and watch at 4 o'clock, and then 6 Things We Learned is recorded at like 5:45. Hopefully get the video out for like 6:20. I edit like a madman, by the way. 6 Things We Learned, like, it's not like I just record. Like the stream, there's no editing because I don't cut anything. I cut stuff, I put graphics on it, and I still manage to get it out sometimes within 30 minutes. It's crazy. Someone just tweeted me this, right? It's a song for Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez. No thanks to Rui Costa, he was stranded. So Big Todd and Egg flew him over on their jet. He was a Chelsea boy before he landed. I think it's more of a poem, mate. To be fair, I think this is more poetry, emotion than something we're going to hear in the terraces at Stamford Bridge. Just an animal on Premiere Pro. Absolutely correct. I am an animal on Premiere Pro. Thank you, AJ, for the donation. Should Chelsea pay for Felix or Declan? Both. Chelsea should get both of these players. Man said poetry. I mean, yeah, like there's rhyming in there. I get it, like I do, but it's poetry. It's not like you gotta football songs, right? These are things that should be sang by like everybody in a football stadium. Like, there's no time for Shakespeare. That's why Chelsea, Chelsea, Chelsea. That's why it's such a good song, because everyone can join in. Everyone else is going to hate it because they don't support Chelsea. There's one lyric, you can't forget it. You can't mishear it. It's the best. I know I am, I'm sure I am, I'm Chelsea till I die. Guys, there is 1,700 of you in the stream. If you could hit the like button, it always does go a long way. We've nearly been live now for an hour. I think Matisse might come in soon. Not sure exactly. Noni, Gusto, and Enzo. Feeling sad for Badiashile. that he'll miss the Champions League. Damn, that's a big donation from Newman. Thank you for the $20. As an American who loves Chelsea since we got Miazga, that's a big name from the past, who flopped. I hated Tuchel for completely disregarding Pulisic while playing players who were playing like shite. But the point of this is to say that Tuchel wanted Aubameyang and Lukaku. I don't know if you're right about that. I don't know if Tuchel really did want Aubameyang and Lukaku. I think we panicked for Aubameyang because we didn't have Lukaku. Maybe Tuchel did want Lukaku. Maybe you're right, bro. Thank you very much for the donation. It's a big one. But yeah, I don't know, man. I really don't know. Baba Rahman is the GOAT, says Oliver Dwight. Okay. Loving the work. To be fair, we've been going ham on GBFC this year. I said this year is the year that we take it up a notch. First thing is make more content. Second thing, I'll try and up the production value somehow. But again, I think a lot of people, like, let me know in the chat. I think the reason why people are watching the videos is because it's chill. You know, we don't need to do anything fancy. The best chant is celery. It's funny, I'll give you that. Especially at Wembley when you've got, like, if Chelsea are in a final or a semi-final or something, and you've got the different fan parks outside of Wembley and everyone's just launching celery at everyone. Ready for 300k subscribers. Well, we're trying to get to 250,000 as quickly as possible. We are 7,800 subscribers away. Yeah, we're gaining a couple hundred subscribers a day. That's quite cool. So what do we think? Is Noni Madueke going to start today? Is it going to be Sterling or Madueke? I think people will want to see Madueke, but I think realistically, I don't know if Graham Potter's just going to give it everybody who's just signed straight into the starting 11. Do I still herd buffaloes or have I retired? I retired that a long time ago, nearly 5 years ago now, I think, 4 or 5 years ago. So I just couldn't do it. Don't want Sterling to injure himself again. Yeah, it's also a fair point. Like, Sterling has been out injured, so maybe we see Noni Madueke given his first start. I also think it's good to remember that if Graham Potter is genuinely freezing out Aubameyang, then it does mean Fofana on the bench. Thank you, Kenjo, for the donation. I don't know what currency that is, but it's 35 of something. Love the channel, still feeling afraid. I've got PTSD and what happened at the end of last season and the first half of this season. Yeah, we've not had it good now for a while. I mean, realistically, since Chelsea won the Champions League, we've been pretty poor. So hopefully now that we've spent an absolute fortune, I was going to say a small fortune. We've not spent a small fortune. We've spent a genuine giant fortune. Hopefully now we can see a turn up of fortunes. South African Rand. Yes, that's correct. You're absolutely right. I've been to flipping South Africa before. I should know this. We have a Drogba regen in Datro Fofana. I mean, that's such a big, bold statement. Like, I was watching some videos earlier today of Didier Drogba, man. Like, that guy was just so good at football. It was a joke, you know. People said, oh, yeah, he'd go missing sometimes. Yeah, everybody goes missing sometimes, unless your name is Lionel Messi. And just some of the things that Ronaldo would do, like the way that he would just bully big teams, the way that every time he was in a final he'd turn up, every time he's against Arsenal he'd turn up, the way he destroyed Spurs at Wembley multiple times. And then it was like the little things, like the little touches, the back heels, the flicks, like spatial awareness. Didier Drogba was unparalleled. Mr. Wembley, first goal ever scored at the new Wembley too. Drogba made you fall in love with Chelsea. Yeah, I'd say Yeah, to be fair, like when Didier Drogba signed, I was 10. He abused the back of the net. Messi went missing against Chelsea until Courtois turned up. Lionel Messi couldn't score against Chelsea for a long time. I think he's got 3 against us now, but there was like a little voodoo that Lionel Messi couldn't score against Chelsea. Yanislav Ivanovic, Football Therapy, has just sent me a picture. I think it's of a pint. He's having a pint. Top G, have one for me. I'm a good boy these days. To be fair, I went out for beers the other day. The day that we signed Enzo Fernandez, well, we signed Enzo at like 6 a.m. my time. So later on that day, I went out, I had 12 pints. Like, if anybody knows me, or if you don't know me, I can sink beers like a madman. Damn, this guy is just going ham with these donations. It's another $20. Thank you so much. Truthfully, what I've wanted since he was rumoured to come to Chelsea is Vardiol. Yes. He's so good, and while we are building this super team, let's get Bellingham as well. I mean, yeah, I think Chelsea may have missed the boat with Vardiol. I think his price is just going up and up and up. But, yeah. I think it would be pretty amazing to get him. Bellingham as well. I mean, look, if Chelsea were to go out there, if Chelsea got Jude Bellingham, Josko Gvardiol, and Victor Osimhen, then we win every single trophy there is to win. Like, end of story. Chelsea, those 3 are incredible. Okay, Jan has just said, show this picture. Wait. Okay, I will. This is what Jan wants you guys to see. Everybody, this is a picture right now from Jan. Just making sure his phone number wasn't on show. It's not. There he is. He's got a pint in hand. I'm going to say, are you going to the footy? Okay, there's 2 donations. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Ramazan Samat. Pretty sure Thomas Tuchel wanted Aubameyang, and I'm so happy that we didn't buy Dembele. I'm not going to read out the rest of the message because it's kind of vile. But thank you for the donation. Yeah, Ousmane Dembele, injuries. Like, the guy can't stay fit. And I think in the Premier League, you're kind of asking for more injuries over and over again because it's such a physical league. End the poll. Okay, I'm ending the poll. Okay, so we've had 1,600 votes on this poll. Is the Chelsea squad stronger now than we had when we won the Champions League? 79% of you have said that we have a stronger squad. Damn. Thank you guys for voting on these polls. It's actually really, really good. Gives us a lot of topics of conversation. The Drog. Didier Drogba. Didier Drogba. La 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 la. Didier Drogba. La 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 la. Messi versus Ronaldo poll. No. Come on. How many times has this been overdone? And I just think now, like, there's no debate. Lionel Messi just won the World Cup. Lionel Messi's the GOAT, man. Even I've met Cristiano Ronaldo. I've interviewed Cristiano Ronaldo. And even I have changed my mind. Houseboat, thank you for the $3 donation. He says, drop a bag on the best medical team. If Chelsea aren't doing something to fix the medical team and the situation that we have about consistent injuries, then we're stupid. Do we sing for Willian? No. To be fair, after last time, like, I think we will. If Chelsea are winning, if Chelsea are more than a goal ahead, then we will sing for Willian. If he's still on the pitch. Or if he's sat there, like, in the dugout or whatever. Matt Law has apparently come out and said that Aubameyang's not done anything wrong behaviour-wise. Look, at the end of the day, right, if you're not good enough, you're not good enough. Like, just because his name is Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and he drives fancy cars and wears fancy clothes and has been a top player, doesn't mean he's still that guy. It doesn't. Do I think Koulibaly should be sold? Maybe. I think, you know, for some people, it's not about not liking the player, not about thinking he's rubbish. It's about, like, just some players are just not cut out for the Premier League. And I think the thing with Koulibaly is Chelsea have signed him far too late in his career. And for that reason, I'd actually say that if we do go and sign Josko Gvardiol, then we are absolutely beyond set. Imagine, like, centre-back options. Wesley Fofana, Levi Colwill, Badia Shield, Thiago Silva, Gvardiol, with Trevor Chalobah there as well. Like, that is just beyond stacked. That is 2 quality defenders in each position across a back 3. Or, like, 3 different options. Chelsea 5-0 is your prediction. Sell Chalobah. I mean, I think there is a chance that Chelsea will sell Trevor Chalobah. I do also think there's a chance we'll sell Gallagher and Ruben. Because think about it. If Chelsea sell players that are homegrown, I know it's a conversation at the moment. We can't just keep getting rid of our homegrown players. And I don't want us to either. But it's pure profit. And if we do want to keep buying these world-class players to help us compete for every trophy, then you've sometimes got to look at this. And eventually, there is a limit to how far Chelsea can push FFP. Just seen someone say we need Emi Martinez, Reece, Vlahovic, and Gvardiol. That is also an incredible window. I do think we're going to see a madness again in the summer. I really do. Chelsea 5, Fulham 0. Chelsea 2-1 Fulham. Four, 3, 2, 1. Goated formation. Type out, if you're saying 4, 3, 2, 1, type out how you think that would look. Thoughts on signing Keylor Navas? Well, he's just gone to Nottingham Forest on loan. Someone just called Aubameyang a boomerang. Cristiano Ronaldo scores his first official Al Nassr goal. If anyone cares. Guys, spam in the chat. Let me know your score predictions for tonight's game. Thank you, Ben Rippingdale, for the donation. Thank you to everybody who's donating, by the way. It does go a long way to supporting me here on the channel. It really does. But he can front flip. Well, I mean, he might be able to front flip. It was a penalty, apparently. Ronaldo scored a penalty. Oh, that's nice. Why is Chalobah not rated? I mean, I rate Trev. I do rate Trev. I just don't know if he's... It depends what we're trying to do. 3-0. I'm seeing a lot of people say 3-0, 3-1. I think 4-2. I think Fulham will score. I think Chelsea will go for it tonight. I think there'll be a big buzz to try and attack. And we've got to remember, we're playing against a team in the top 7 in the Premier League. Let me go and have a look at the table. I mean, because Chelsea haven't played for 2 weeks, I've kind of just been ignorant to football. Although it was FA Cup last weekend, I think. I actually genuinely didn't give a shit about football last week. God, ads everywhere on the Premier League website. Thank you, Adrian, for the South African Rand. Which 3 of the new January signings would I play in the Champions League? I personally picked all of the same ones that we picked. Mudryk, Felix, and Enzo. So if Chelsea win tonight, we go ahead of Fulham. So if we win tonight, guys, we go 6th if we win tonight. That's big. Thank you, Leo. Is Enzo available and ready to play Fulham or not? Yes, Enzo's work permit was accepted. It went through and he is available to play. Am I looking at the right thing? Yeah, we are. Okay, Chelsea win tonight. We temporarily jump 4 places in the Premier League table. That's massive. And sometimes it is more about It's about the psychological impact of being above your rivals in the table. And I mean, like, teams like Brighton, Fulham, Brentford, Chelsea should be ahead of these. Ramazan Samat, thank you again for the donation. Thoughts on Mason Greenwood? Look, I didn't really want to bring any of this up. I've seen a few people messaging it in the chat. I mean, put it this way. I'm not surprised that he's not going to jail, but it doesn't mean that it's right that he's not going to jail. Based off of the evidence that we've seen. But then there's also a whole other conversation that comes up about a lot of different things. And it's not the first time there has been undoubted proof of certain things and certain people have managed to get away with it. But, yeah. Willian Screamer, Koulibaly, red card. Well, I don't think Koulibaly's going to play. Can you stop spamming, please, Joe? Like, we get it, mate. Like, we get it. And I agree with you, but we get it. Oh, this guy wants to spam as well. All right, get blocked. I got 0 spam tolerance, guys. Really. Like, there's no point. Like, I'm streaming to interact with you lot. And if you're just copy and pasting the same message over and over again, it makes it difficult to actually chat with those of you that are actually in here to give us entertainment. Thank you, NASA Football. Hey, George, you think we can get top 4 this season? Yes, I do believe we could. The time in Bali right now is 1 minute past 1 in the morning. Chelsea kick off in 2 hours and 59 minutes, and I still need to go and pick up my missus, and I need to try and get like an hour and a half of sleep. And I need to set up my laptop so that I can watch on my TV. It's all complicated. It's all complicated. Or I might watch it in the living room. I don't know yet. What is it like living in Bali? I want to make this a Q&A about my life. It's bloody brilliant. I'm not going to lie. It's an incredible place. My thoughts on Aubameyang being left out the squad. I mean, I've already spoken about this many times during the stream. I think, to be honest, I can see it. Maybe he's not done anything wrong. Can I do a voice impression? Let me see if I can still do Peter Griffin.
Hey, it's Peter Griffin. Oh my god.
Does it still sound like Peter Griffin? I haven't done that in years. Will I ever do watch-alongs? Yes. Probably around the beginning of next season. In an ideal world. You guys seem to love that. People didn't expect it. Sounds like Herder of Buffalo to me. Well, yeah, that was the old alias. Is Lawrence Benson my brother? No. That's so funny. You guys had no idea I could do that. What formations and players would I play today? Thank you, Leo, for the donation again. It's got to be a 4-2-3-1 for me. I think it's the most balanced. I think we've got to try and protect Enzo in the middle. Imagine a Chelsea midfield 3 of Enzo Fernandez, Jude Bellingham and Declan Rice. Like, that is a madness. That is an utter madness, I tell you. God, Sky Sports News are quick out with their videos today, aren't they? Guys, we are 69 likes away from 1,000 likes on the stream. Do you guys think you can help me by hitting the like button on the stream? I'm probably going to be live for about another 15-20 minutes. And then it'll be around an hour and a half of pre-match chat. Reece James to start. No. To be honest, I'm so scared of Reece getting injured before the Dortmund game. I'm so scared that he gets injured. Hey, we're over 1,000 likes. You guys are heroes. Thank you very, very much indeed. Thank you, Rahul, for the donation. Madueke, good enough. I mean, look. If you come from PSV, we've seen players like Hakim Ziyech, who's clearly a great footballer. But has he set the Premier League on fire? Not sure. Is he more experienced than Madueke? Yes. Will Madueke, I think, fit right in at Chelsea? Yes. I think Noni Madueke is going to be a very, very good signing for us. I really do. Where did the chat disappear to? The chat is still going. You guys are going ham.
Peter Griffin. Oh my god. Hey, Chelsea FC. Are you kidding?
There you go. Couple more for you. For those of you that were desperate to hear it again, we're a Chelsea channel now. I'm not an impressions channel. That's actually why I stopped doing the Herder of Buffalo stuff. Because, like, it was just like, I felt like a puppet on a string. Like, I couldn't even be myself. I had to be like a character. Someone typed in the chat, where did the chat go? Yes. I think they might have gone a bit blind for a second. Like, I totally think so. You know, Willian today, he'll do fucking nothing. I don't even think Willian's going to get on the pitch, like. I think the Chelsea players in the tunnel are going to tell him, Thiago Silva's going to be like you. Don't even try. And get out of there, I tell you. Don't even bother. If you know who that was, then there you go. There's another one for you. It's late at night. Why not just be here with the entertainment for you? Alright. Don't even ask me to do the Shelbys. Okay, well, 1 second. I just need to make sure. I totally forgot. I need to make sure my graphics guy... By order of the Benson Blinders. How hot is Bali right now? Every day it's like between 35 and 40 degrees. It's pretty hot. I'm used to it though. Like, I still wear a jacket and hoodie when I go out at night. Which people are like, how on earth can you do that? I'd just be like sat there in 35 degrees, 90% humidity with a hoodie on. I'm acclimatized, man. I've been here a long time. You think Graham Potter is sleeping on David Fofana? I think, to be fair, I think Fofana's going to get more minutes now. Do the Griffin thing again. You know, like, get yourself a Chelsea YouTuber who can do it all. Where's my missus? She's currently at work. I'll be picking her up in about 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Favorite British beer, says Dan Lerner. I actually love a good old boy. It's not very strong. It's more of like an ale. It's really nice. I'm not going to lie to you. I actually love... I love American beers. I love the craft beer scene in the US. And Canada, actually. Man of many talents. Franklin, Uganda is hearing you, man. Rate that. Shout out to all of you out there in the world. Let me know in the chat. Type where you are from. What country, city. I want to get a good gauge as to where you guys are tuning in from. Chat roulette used to be golden. Denmark. Malaysia, London. Bit of London 10, mate. Top guy, mate. You know what I mean? We got a bit of Lebanon in there. Washington, D.C. Netherlands, Hong Kong. Thank you, Kenjo, for the donation. Oh my god, there's so many messages going through right now. India, South Africa, Bulgaria, Serbia, Nairobi, Kenya, South Africa, Jamaica. Jamaica can be crazy, man. Florida, Trinidad, Mongolia. Wow, you guys are all over the gaff. This is sick. It's actually so cool to be able to come online and just like chat to people all over the world in the name of watching Chelsea. Like, it's cool. It's cool. Nepal, Japan, Germany. Like, keep it coming. Just keep it coming. I want to film this. Like, this is actually mad. Like, you guys are literally from all over the world. Macedonia, Sweden, Lithuania, like Somalia, Sri Lanka, Russia. We global. We are global. GBFC is global. Maybe you guys will be on the Instagram story. All right, we got. I'm gonna go for 5 more minutes, guys. In my head, I was like, I'll do an hour, but I've done an hour and a half. I absolutely love streaming, by the way. I'm trying to think of like a concept that we can do where I can invite guests on. I would love to do like a call-in show. I don't know what you guys think about this. I was thinking about it. It's kind of difficult to manage sometimes because you can't be sure that people aren't just gonna just come on here and just be idiots. But it would be cool to do like a Chelsea chat show maybe once a week where you guys come on and get a say. That would be nice. What do I think about bringing back Tomori? I think Fikayo Tomori is a fantastic footballer. I really do. But again, I think Chelsea are looking good. You know, we're pretty stacked. Levi Colwell's coming back. Levi Colwell's back. Badia Shield looks like the real deal. We've still got Thiago Silva in here. Thank you, Enrique, for the donation. Cheers from Toronto, Canada. That's the part of Canada that I would love to go to. I've never been to Toronto. I've been to Alberta, and I've been to Vancouver a couple of times. Absolutely love it. Canada's my second favorite country. Or maybe it's my favorite. Like, Indonesia, I think, is my number 1. Because I live here and I've chosen to live here. But Canada is up there for me. And South Africa. Love South Africa. Used to love the US. But I think I kept going far too much. No offense. Calgary is sick. I absolutely loved Calgary. The food was amazing. Freezing cold, though. Like, it was like minus 20 when I was there. But beyond beautiful. Like, Alberta, Canada is just simply sensational. The most beautiful place I've ever been. Hands down in the world. Greetings from the Los Angeles Blues. I hear the Los Angeles Blues are actually a pretty big fan base. That could be an idea as well. Like, to try and get different fan groups from different parts of the world together. I think that could be a plan for the streams. I've been really, like, brainstorming what to do. Going to be going hard on YouTube Shorts as well. Nigeria. Do I play fantasy football? I'm an idiot, right? Okay, fantasy football this season, I screwed it up massively. Like, I totally forgot the first 3 weeks of the season to even check my team. I made like a shit team at the beginning of the season when the game first came out. Pardon me. And then I totally forgot about it, and I had Haaland on the bench for the first 3 weeks. And after that, I'm just like, you know what? I'm not even going to sign in. I'm not going to bother. Thank you again, Kanishk, for the donation. More love from Toronto. Do I see us signing a goalkeeper? Maybe. But I think we only sign a goalkeeper if 1 or maybe even 2 goalkeepers leave. Thank you, Ian, as well, for the Canadian dollar donation. The Canadian's showing up right now. Minus 20 degrees today in Toronto. Ramazan with another donation. You guys are on donation train right now. I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. Thank you. I should make FIFA videos. I don't think I'd make FIFA videos, but I could do a FIFA career mode. Chelsea rebuild on Football Manager, like Football Manager 23. Okay, let me see something. If I'm gonna do another poll. Thank you, Viraj, very much for your donation. Do I think we can get Declan Rice? Yes. Aiden, thank you for the donation. Like, I can't keep up with you guys right now. If I were to stream a game, which one? Okay. There's been another donation as well. I've just done another poll. I would love for you guys to answer this one. Thank you, Brad. Who do we need to sell in the summer? So the poll is about FIFA, career mode, or Football Manager. Like, I don't want to become a gaming channel. This is a Chelsea talking channel, which is kind of why I feel like it would be far more fun to do Football Manager. Because then we can really go deep on stuff. Like, we can create our own tactics, formations, like all of that. Peter Griffin forever. Oh, you guys are funny. All right, everybody, I want to say a massive thank you to each and every one of you who showed up for this stream today. Massive thank you to all of you who've donated as well. The donations, they really do go a long way. I will be trying to update and upgrade the stream. I'm going to try and learn a bit more about OBS. Thank you again, Ian, for another late donation. Calgary for life. Let's talk Enzo. If he were injured, which happens with Chelsea players, who would take his place? If Enzo gets injured now, I can categorically state to you guys that we would absolutely struggle big time. We would struggle big time because we've just spent so much money on the guy and we've sold Jorginho. So what else to do? FIFA vids on GBFC 2. Possible. Very, very possible. I think I'd probably need to find an editor though to edit the FIFA videos because it would be quite difficult if I'm doing like 1 or 2 videos a day and live streaming and making YouTube shorts. I don't know if I'd have the time to edit FIFA videos. But yeah, let's keep an eye on all of this. I'm going to let this poll run out for like a couple more minutes. Guys, if you're still in the stream, please vote on this poll because whatever the answer is to this poll, I don't own either of these games, okay? So with the donation money that's come in tonight, I will buy whichever wins the poll. Like, whatever is won in this poll is the game I'll buy. And I will do a stream on it next week. I've got all the equipment. I've got a flipping Elgato. I have a PlayStation. I have an Xbox One. I've got Steam. Zakaria is an underrated baller. Thank you for the late donation again. Aiden. Yeah, let's see. We're at 419. It's 50-50. Like, I can't go until I've got the answer here from this poll. So if you are here, please answer the poll. It's 50-50. I mean, to be fair, once YouTube's taken their cut of... YouTube take a cut of the donations, which sucks. But we could afford both games from this. 50, it's genuinely 50-50. Are you kidding me? FIFA's for children. I don't know if it's for children, but I kind of am inclined to agree that Football Manager might just be the one. Will Enzo play tonight? Yes, he will. And I am absolutely buzzing. Guys, I am going to wrap this one up here. I just want to say a massive thank you once more. There is a Chelsea versus Fulham preview where you guys get to see my starting 11. Thank you, John Bishop, for the late donation. Please go and check the preview for the game. And 6 Things We Learned will be uploaded straight after the game. So get your notifications turned on here on GBFC so that you do not miss tonight's 6 Things We Learned video because we're going to have so much to talk about. Players coming back, debuts to be had. It is massive. Thank you guys so much for watching. Come on, you Blues. Okay.